Hey there, it's Sam, and it is about 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's September 9th, and this is about Hurricane Irma. A couple days ago, I was thinking about vlogging it, but to me, it just felt like too opportunistic and also too much work, to be honest, because the last few days school has been canceled. I've been spending most of my time trying to prepare for the storm. And it just felt weird about like posting something up about YouTube and like trying to get views off of this thing. So I decided not to do that. I have been sharing a lot of stuff on Instagram because it's a lot easier on Instagram stories and less time consuming. And like my friends and family are probably wondering how things are going down in Florida. I live in Daytona Beach, and Irma's supposed to come through here in the next 24 hours, so I think like down the road I'm going to want to kind of remember what this was like, and same with like the family that I'll have at the time. So I thought instead of doing anything fancy, since I'm sharing all these things on Instagram, I'm just going to download them and re-upload them onto like a cloud service and put them together, because I think it'll be interesting to go back and look at how this all went down. So I guess it's going to be a vlog, but I'm just not going to be trying. There's not going to be any like plot arc or no like, I'm just not going to be trying. I just want to document like what happened. And so it'll be really fragmented, but if for some reason you're interested in seeing this, keep watching, because now you're going to see what's been happening on my Instagram stories for the last 24 hours or so. And I don't really know how much I can share. Once the power goes out, I'm going to turn off my phone. I'm only going to cycle it on maybe every 6 hours to see if I have a signal or power. So I really don't know how much I can show, but I don't really care about the length. I just want to remember. So if you're here, thanks for watching. This is what happened in my life with Hurricane Irma. Also, I'll try to jump in and out with some context, just, you know, so that it's not just like pure Instagram stories. I might show you like the supplies I got and stuff. I think, like my roommate tells me, I think I over-prepared, which is great. Would love to over-prepare. I have plenty of food and water. I should show you that after the first run of Instagram stories, and just, I guess you'll be here with me. This rain is kind of nice. What you can't see is it's about the same intensity as normal, and I don't think it's directly from Irma because it hasn't even touched down at southern Florida yet. And I live about 280 miles north of southern Florida, so this rain might stop soon and then pick up again, but I don't know. It's interesting. There is more of a breeze than there usually is. It's like there's just something in the air, you know what I mean? So the rain is like twice as loud as it was like 15 minutes ago, which is crazy because Irma, like the eye is still like 400 miles away. It's so weird. So this is the view that I was showing last night. Everything went back to being like normal rain, and I bet it'll go up and down several more times. NOAA says a band of the storm is about to reach us. If you're in the path of the hurricane like I am, you really need to start thinking about where you're going to park your car permanently, because where you think might be a good place may not necessarily be so. More to come on that. The wind may be coming from one main direction, but it's also going to be turbulent, so its behavior is really interesting when it comes into contact with structures at high speeds, so I'll show you. For me, the wind will be coming from that gate and will break that building at the other side, and then it'll flow around this building. Then in this whole section, there'll be a bunch of vortices formed, so I kind of feel bad for that Jeep. It could possibly sustain damage. See, the structure will divide the wind into two, and then when they meet again about there, it'll come back inward and cause little small, like miniature tornadoes. I'll show you simulations. And that happens because this building is directly facing the wind, so it directly disrupts that flow. If there was another big structure here that could disrupt the flow again, that would probably be really good. But it's impossible to tell exactly, like I said, because it's turbulent. So it could break the wind right there, but the wind could also come around from there. So it's hard to tell, but I will show you some online simulations. So here is flow over a rectangle, and once these streams meet, they will most likely curve back in, and then they'll form more than one vortex, called vortices. It will mostly depend on the speed and the direction of the wind and the shape of whatever's blocking it. So this may not be the case for you. I would just really look into it and think about it. Do you see how bad it could get around here? Let's say if you park right there. That may not be the best place for you. Again, there could be a lot of other things blocking the flow where you're at, so be mindful of all of this. So the flow is going left to right, and on the left end it's breaking the smooth flow, laminar flow, and it's causing a lot of violent stuff in the back. So just be mindful of that. That can get pretty violent. So these models I'm showing you were done in a lab in a controlled environment or on computer simulation software. So this may not be the case for you. It just depends on what your physical area looks like, the geometry of your environment. Also, like with anything, you're just going to have to make the best decision with the information and the knowledge you have. So I've included a lot of these type of simulation links on my Facebook. Please go check it out and see how you can best prepare yourself. What's up? It is like 9:30 p.m. same day, September 9th. It's actually been pretty quiet outside, like almost in a creepy way where nothing's happening. Earlier, it was a lot worse. I have a friend who, I can actually hear the gusts kind of picking up outside actually right now. A friend named Brad, who I've had a lot of classes with, we go to school together. I found out via like talking on Instagram and Facebook that he lives like right next door in the apartment building next door in the same apartment complex. So we went out today to get like perishable supplies since my roommate and I already have 36 days worth of water as long as we drink water like normally. So that's awesome, especially since hopefully not, but Jose might come in afterwards, Hurricane Jose. But we have sufficient water and sufficient non-perishables, but we wanted to pick up things like lettuce and things that, like bananas, and I picked up some prunes, all that kind of stuff, because I personally want to eat as normal as usual. I don't want it to go on this like extreme bean, like green bean diet when we have power outage, which we probably will. And so we did that earlier. I haven't eaten in a while, like 8 hours, so I'm gonna go do that. But after I finish that, I'm actually gonna organize all this stuff right here. We do have power. This room just doesn't have a light. It's the third bedroom. So I thought I'd show you kind of what we have. This isn't like thorough thing of like everything I have, but I have bags left over from a long time ago. Backpacks, it's binoculars, plenty of lights. You can see this like paracord and a gold bond, and like socks and wraps, and that right there's a water resistant bag and things like that just to help make life easier. Socks, or if I have to go outside, emergency equipment like poncho, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I won't show, but just wanted to give myself a reminder about all the preparation that I took to make this happen, because we're going to be here for like another 36 hours, and we plan to play Risk, like 2210 AD version when the power goes out, and, you know, I just want to be ready, and we're going to be okay, so that's the best way to end this. Thumbs up. Everything's going to be perfect. And I may be able to check in tomorrow or like 5 days from now. I don't know, but this is the state of things right now. So it's almost 10:30 p.m., still September 9th, and I'm watching a bunch of live streams on YouTube right now, and the people in southern Florida are actually losing power already, and it hasn't even made landfall. The hurricane hasn't even touched the land yet, and they have like not even started getting hurricane force winds yet. So it's pretty crazy that they're not even feeling the hurricane force winds, but they're still losing power. So we may only have a couple hours of power left, and so I'm about to fill up this bathtub in prep. When I took a shower this morning, I was pretty much accepted that that might be my last shower in a while. We have a lot of like wipes and stuff we can use. And so yeah, this is getting really real. Like I said, this is getting really real. Could be a few hours away. I don't really know. It's still really calm outside, but chances are it won't be. Just talked to my parents. That was really cool. And I'm looking forward to talking to everyone again as soon as possible. I live about 220 miles away from the bottom of the southern tip of Florida, and the hurricane hasn't even touched that yet. In my Instagram story, I said 280 miles away. That I actually misremembered. So I'm about 220 miles away. So this is about to get really interesting. Hopefully, I'll be able to check in with, I guess, myself on this camera, and you later. Bye.
Irma should then move inland over the Florida Panhandle and southwestern Georgia Monday afternoon. Maximum sustained winds are near 120 miles per hour with higher gusts. Irma is a Category 3 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. Irma is forecast to strengthen a little while it moves through the Straits of Florida and remain a powerful hurricane as it approaches the Florida Keys and the west coast of Florida. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 70 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend